In November 2023, New Delhi is enveloped in a concerning and unbreathable pollution situation. The city is immersed in a pollution crisis that challenges the limits set by the World Health Organization, specifically 80 times higher than the recommended limit. Wrapped in a toxic haze that hangs over the city, darkness descends not from the night, but from unrestrained pollution. Colder temperatures have played a cruel role in trapping particles from the burning of surrounding crops. The result? A smog nightmare that dangerously persists day after day since November 6th. PM 2.5 particles, not just harmless specks of dust but a lethal mix of sulfate, nitrates, and coal. Exposure to these particles can affect your cognitive and immune functions, with consequences that could be devastating to lung and heart health. Authorities are battling this invisible enemy with emergency measures. What are they doing to free the city from its choking smog? In the city, which is on high alert amid the suffocating smog, authorities have deployed drastic measures to curb the crisis. Among them, the suspension of non-essential construction work and the prohibition of the entry of diesel trucks are just the beginning of an emergency plan. Schools have also closed their doors, depriving students of their classrooms and recess. However, these measures have not escaped criticism. Is it enough? Or are these measures just a temporary band-aid for the symptoms without addressing the root of the problem? Some argue that they focus solely on alleviating visible effects without addressing the true cause that has plunged the city into this toxic shroud. Meanwhile, the streets witnessed masks on every face and trucks spraying water to suppress dust levels, attempting to restore air quality. In the complex equation of pollution in New Delhi, several elements come together to create a toxic cocktail that affects the air quality of the Indian capital. One of the most significant contributors is the thousands of deliberate fires used to dispose of rice crop residues. This practice, seemingly convenient for farmers, releases a significant amount of harmful particles and compounds into the air, contributing substantially to air pollution. In turn, vehicle emissions add their own burden to the problem. In a densely populated city like New Delhi, the number of vehicles in circulation is considerable, generating an abundance of air pollutants. Dust from construction, another piece of the puzzle, adds to the mix, raising levels of suspended particles in the air. The constant burning of solid waste is another critical factor in this pollution equation. Waste incineration releases a variety of harmful chemicals that disperse into the atmosphere, contributing to the pollutant load that city dwellers breathe in daily. Aggravating the situation further, winter brings with it climatic conditions that do not favor the dispersion of these pollutants. The decrease in winds prevents these particles from scattering and dissipating, resulting in the creation of a kind of lid over the city that traps and accumulates pollutants to dangerous levels. But the truth is that this is not a new problem for India. The battle is long and challenging. As we can see, in India, air quality becomes a challenging pulse for public health, and no city feels it more intensely than the busy New Delhi. Let's remember that in the turbulent year of 2021, a chilling record attested that 4 of the 5 most polluted cities in the world were on India's map. New Delhi, home to more than 20 million souls, holds its place on the podium of the most polluted cities in the world. In fact, the capital of India regained the top spot among the most polluted major cities in the world in November 2023. But what is the real cost for the inhabitants of this metropolis? A study by the University of Chicago's Energy Policy Institute reveals a chilling truth: polluted air could rob up to 9 years of life from New Delhi residents. Each of India's 1.4 billion inhabitants faces annual levels of pollution that defy WHO guidelines. What are your thoughts on the chilling data from this city, where every breath counts? We read you in the comments. If you enjoyed today's video, don't forget to leave your like and subscribe to the channel to receive more content like this. For now, we say goodbye until next time.